Hi, I'm Brights, and today we're diving into the fascinating history of coffee. How did this beloved beverage become such an integral part of our lives? Let's find out. Our journey begins in the stunning Ethiopian highlands, a region known for its breathtaking landscapes and rich cultural heritage. It's here, around the 9th century, that our story unfolds. In these highlands lived a young goat herder named Kaldi. Kaldi spent his days tending to his flock, leading them to graze on the verdant hillsides. One day, Kaldi noticed something unusual. His goats, usually calm and serene, were frolicking energetically after nibbling on the bright red berries from a particular tree. Intrigued by his goats' behavior, Kaldi decided to try the berries himself. He plucked a handful and tentatively tasted them. Almost immediately, he felt a surge of energy and alertness. A newfound vitality coursed through Kaldi's veins. The berries had an invigorating effect, and Kaldi realized he had stumbled upon something extraordinary. Eager to share his discovery, Kaldi took the berries to a nearby monastery. The monks, initially skeptical, decided to test the berries for themselves. The monks found that the berries helped them stay awake during their long hours of evening prayer. They began to brew a drink from the berries, which they believed was a gift from the heavens. Word of the energizing berries spread beyond the monastery, across Ethiopia, and eventually to the Arabian Peninsula. Coffee began its journey to becoming the global phenomenon it is today. Kaldi's discovery had a profound impact on the world. Today, coffee is a beloved beverage enjoyed by millions, and its journey started with a curious goat herder and his lively flock. From the ancient highlands of Ethiopia to coffee shops around the world, the legend of Kaldi reminds us of the rich history behind every cup of coffee we enjoy. Stay tuned as we continue to explore the fascinating journey of coffee through the ages. As the legend of Kaldi and his energizing discovery spread, the allure of coffee began to travel far beyond the Ethiopian highlands. By the 15th century, coffee had reached the Yemeni district of Arabia. The fertile land and favorable climate of Yemen proved perfect for cultivating this extraordinary plant. In Yemen, coffee was not just consumed but also cultivated on a larger scale. The rich, volcanic soil of the Yemeni highlands contributed to the unique flavor profile of Yemeni coffee. From Yemen, coffee spread rapidly across the Middle East. It became especially popular in Persia, Egypt, Syria, and Turkey. The invigorating drink quickly integrated into daily life and culture. Coffee houses, known as kahvekhana, began to appear in cities across the Middle East. These coffee houses became important social hubs where people gathered to drink coffee, engage in conversation, play games like chess, and listen to music or recitals of poetry. Beyond its social appeal, coffee also found a place in religious practices. Sufi mystics, for example, used coffee to help them stay awake during their long nights of devotion and prayer. Thus, from its humble beginnings in the Ethiopian highlands, coffee had become a cherished beverage across the Arabian Peninsula and the broader Middle East, setting the stage for its eventual spread to Europe and the rest of the world. Next, we'll explore how coffee made its way to Europe and the transformative impact it had on the continent's culture and commerce. The growing popularity of coffee in the Middle East gave rise to a new kind of social institution, the coffee house. Known as kahvekhana, these establishments began to appear in cities across the region, becoming vital hubs of community life. In the kahvekhana, people from all walks of life gathered to enjoy the stimulating effects of coffee. These coffee houses provided a unique social space where individuals could interact freely, sharing stories, news, and experiences. Coffee houses quickly became centers of intellectual exchange. Scholars, poets, and philosophers frequented these venues, engaging in deep discussions and debates about literature, science, and religion. The kahvekhana were often buzzing with ideas and the exchange of knowledge. Beyond social and intellectual interaction, coffee houses also played a significant role in the political life of the cities. They were venues for lively political debates, where citizens could discuss and critique the actions of their rulers and governments. The coffee houses were not only places for conversation but also cultural activities. Musicians, storytellers, and artists often performed in these settings, adding to the rich tapestry of life within the cave khana. One of the remarkable aspects of the coffee house was its ability to bring together people from diverse backgrounds. Whether you were a merchant, artisan, or noble, the coffee house was a place where social barriers were often lowered, and a sense of community prevailed. The influence of the coffee house extended beyond its walls. The ideas and discussions that began in these settings often permeated the broader society, shaping public opinion and contributing to cultural and intellectual movements. The concept of the coffee house was so powerful and appealing that it eventually spread beyond the Middle East to Europe and other parts of the world. These establishments would go on to play a significant role in the cultural and social life of many societies. Next, we'll explore how coffee and the coffee house culture spread to Europe, transforming the social fabric of cities across the continent. As coffee's fame spread, it made its way to Europe in the 17th century, arriving first in cities like Venice, London, and Paris. Its introduction, however, wasn't without controversy. At first, coffee faced skepticism in Europe. Some religious figures and authorities even called for it to be banned, fearing its stimulating effects. They were unsure of this strange drink which had traveled from distant lands. Despite the resistance, coffee houses began to open across Europe. The first of these establishments appeared in Venice in 1645, followed by London and Paris, and quickly became places of social gathering and conversation. In these coffee houses, ideas flowed freely. For just the price of a penny, anyone could enter and engage in intellectual exchange. Coffee houses in England, in particular, became known as penny universities, where men of all social classes gathered to discuss philosophy, politics, literature, and more. These coffee houses became vibrant centers of intellectual life, influencing everything from politics to science. Political debates flourished, and it was here that many revolutionary ideas found fertile ground. In cities like London, Paris, and Amsterdam, coffee houses became iconic gathering places. Writers like Voltaire, Rousseau, and even Isaac Newton frequented these spaces, and it was here that the intellectual underpinnings of the Enlightenment began to take shape. Coffee houses helped break down traditional social hierarchies. People from different walks of life could now sit side by side and share ideas. This democratizing effect would go on to play a significant role in shaping modern European society. By the end of the 17th century, coffee houses were an integral part of European life, contributing to the rise of intellectual and social movements that would ultimately change the course of history. But coffee's influence didn't stop in Europe. The next chapter in its journey would take coffee across the ocean to the Americas, where its global impact would truly begin to unfold. As the Age of Enlightenment dawned in the 18th century, Europe experienced a cultural and intellectual movement that emphasized reason, individualism, and skepticism of traditional doctrines. Central to this movement were the coffee houses, which served as vibrant hubs for intellectual and social activity. These establishments provided a space where ideas could be freely exchanged and debated. Voltaire, the renowned French writer, historian, and philosopher, was a frequent visitor to coffee houses. He famously consumed copious amounts of coffee, reportedly up to 50 cups a day, while discussing literature, philosophy, and politics. The great physicist Isaac Newton also frequented coffee houses. These venues provided a conducive environment for scientists to share their discoveries, debate theories, and advance the frontiers of knowledge. Even composers like Johann Sebastian Bach were drawn to coffee houses. Bach's love for coffee was so profound that he composed the Coffee Cantata, a humorous piece that celebrated the drink's widespread popularity. Beyond intellectual discourse, coffee houses played a significant role in political and social change. They were breeding grounds for revolutionary ideas and movements, where people could discuss and critique the actions of their governments. The discussions held in coffeehouses were instrumental in spreading the ideas of the Enlightenment across Europe. These venues helped disseminate new ways of thinking about government, science, and society. Coffeehouses had a democratizing effect, bringing together people from different social classes. In an era when social hierarchies were rigid, coffeehouses allowed for a more egalitarian exchange of ideas. In many ways, the coffeehouse was the heartbeat of the Enlightenment. It was here that ideas were born, shared, and debated, shaping the modern world we know today. As coffee continued its journey, it crossed the Atlantic to the Americas, where it would become a cornerstone of global trade and culture. As European nations expanded their colonial empires in the 17th and 18th centuries, they sought to capitalize on new agricultural opportunities in the tropical climates of their colonies. The Caribbean was one of the first regions where Europeans began cultivating coffee on a large scale. Coffee plants thrived in the region's rich, volcanic soil and favorable climate, leading to the establishment of extensive plantations. Central and South America quickly became central to the global coffee trade. Brazil, in particular, emerged as a powerhouse in coffee production, with its vast plantations transforming the country into the world's largest coffee producer by the 19th century. In Asia, coffee cultivation took root in countries like India and Indonesia. The Dutch established coffee plantations in Java, while the British introduced coffee to India. These plantations played a crucial role in meeting the growing global demand for coffee. Colonial powers like the Dutch, French, British, and Spanish played pivotal roles in spreading coffee cultivation. They transported coffee plants and seeds to their colonies, where the crop quickly became a major export commodity. The establishment of coffee plantations across the tropics turned coffee into a global commodity. Trade routes were established, linking coffee-producing regions to major markets in Europe and North America. Coffee cultivation had a profound impact on local economies and societies. In many regions, it became a key economic driver, providing employment and shaping local cultures. However, the labor-intensive nature of coffee cultivation also led to the exploitation of workers and the establishment of harsh working conditions on many plantations. As coffee production spread worldwide, so too did the culture of coffee drinking. Coffee houses and cafes began to spring up in cities across the globe, each adapting the tradition to their local customs and tastes. Today, coffee remains one of the most traded commodities in the world. Advances in cultivation, processing, and distribution have transformed coffee into a sophisticated global industry, catering to diverse consumer preferences. The journey of coffee from its origins in Ethiopia to its status as a global commodity is a testament to its enduring appeal. Its cultivation has shaped economies, societies, and cultures around the world. As we move into the modern era, coffee continues to evolve, with new trends and innovations shaping how we enjoy this beloved beverage. Coffee made its way to the American colonies in the mid-17th century, but it was not until the Revolutionary War that its popularity began to surge. During the Revolutionary War, American colonists boycotted British tea in protest of the high taxes imposed by the Crown. This led to the Boston Tea Party in 1773, where American patriots dumped an entire shipment of tea into Boston Harbor. In response to the tea boycott, coffee emerged as the patriotic beverage of choice. Drinking coffee became a symbol of support for the revolutionary cause, and its popularity grew rapidly. As America expanded westward, coffee became a staple for pioneers and cowboys. It was simple to prepare, provided a quick energy boost, and was a comforting reminder of home during the long, rugged days on the frontier. By the early 19th century, coffee houses began to appear in American cities. These establishments were modeled after European coffee houses and quickly became popular gathering places for socializing and conducting business. The Industrial Revolution further fueled America's love for coffee. As cities grew and factories multiplied, workers relied on coffee to stay alert during long shifts, making it an essential part of daily life. The late 19th and early 20th centuries saw the rise of iconic American coffee brands like Folgers and Maxwell House. Innovations in coffee packaging and preparation, such as vacuum sealing, ensured that coffee remained fresh and accessible. In the 20th century, coffee culture in America evolved with the emergence of coffee shops and chains. Starbucks, founded in 1971, revolutionized the coffee experience, introducing a variety of specialty drinks and creating a modern coffeehouse culture. Today, coffee is deeply ingrained in American life. It's enjoyed in countless ways, from the morning cup brewed at home to the artisanal lattes crafted by skilled baristas. Coffee shops are ubiquitous, serving as community hubs and spaces for creativity and connection. American coffee culture has also had a significant impact globally. The success of American coffee chains has spread worldwide, influencing coffee consumption and café culture in many countries. From its rise during the Revolutionary War to its status as a modern-day cultural phenomenon, coffee has played a pivotal role in shaping American life. Its journey reflects the broader history and evolution of the nation itself. As we continue to explore the world of coffee, we'll look at current trends and innovations that are shaping the future of this beloved beverage. Today, coffee is more than just a beverage. It's a multi-billion-dollar industry that touches the lives of millions around the globe. From the small farmer tending to coffee plants to the barista crafting your perfect cup, coffee has become an essential part of daily life for many. The journey of coffee begins on the farms of tropical countries such as Brazil, Vietnam, Colombia, and Ethiopia. These regions are known for their ideal climates and conditions for growing high-quality coffee beans. Once harvested, coffee cherries undergo a meticulous process of drying, milling, and roasting. Modern processing plants use advanced technology to ensure consistency and quality, before the beans are packed and distributed worldwide. Over the past few decades, global coffee brands like Starbucks, Dunkin', and Nespresso have played a significant role in popularizing coffee culture. These brands have created a diverse range of products, making coffee accessible and enjoyable for everyone. In addition to large chains, the specialty coffee movement has gained momentum. Specialty coffee shops focus on high-quality beans, precise brewing methods, and an overall enhanced coffee experience. Baristas, often seen as coffee artisans, are trained to perfect the art of brewing. As awareness of sustainability and ethical practices grows, the coffee industry has made significant strides toward fair trade, organic farming, and eco-friendly packaging. Consumers are increasingly seeking out brands that prioritize the welfare of farmers and the environment. Technology has also revolutionized the way we enjoy coffee. From sophisticated espresso machines and brewing gadgets to mobile apps that allow for quick orders and delivery, technology ensures that coffee is convenient and tailored to individual preferences. Beyond its economic significance, coffee has a profound social and cultural impact. It brings people together, fosters conversations, and serves as a comforting daily ritual. Whether enjoyed at a local cafe or brewed at home, coffee remains a unifying force across cultures. Looking ahead, the coffee industry continues to innovate and adapt. From exploring new farming techniques to developing sustainable practices, the future of coffee promises to be exciting and dynamic. As we move forward, coffee will undoubtedly continue to evolve, reflecting changes in consumer preferences and global trends. In its journey from farm to cup, coffee has become an integral part of our lives. Its rich history and enduring appeal make it much more than just a beverage, it's a global phenomenon that connects us all. As we conclude our exploration of coffee's past and present, let's raise a cup to the fascinating world of coffee, and look forward to what the future holds for this beloved drink. Coffee comes in many forms and flavors, offering a rich diversity that caters to all palates. The two main types of coffee beans are Arabica and Robusta, each with its own distinct characteristics. Arabica beans, known for their smooth, complex flavors, are primarily grown in high-altitude regions of Latin America. Robusta beans, on the other hand, have a stronger, more bitter taste and are commonly cultivated in Africa and Southeast Asia. Arabica beans contain less caffeine and are often considered superior in quality, while Robusta beans are hardier and yield a more intense flavor. Coffee can be enjoyed in various forms, with each brewing method bringing out different aspects of the bean's flavor profile. Popular drinks include the rich and creamy cappuccino, the smooth and milky latte, the concentrated espresso, and the refreshing cold brew. Brewing methods play a crucial role in the final taste of your coffee. An espresso machine uses high pressure to extract a small, concentrated shot of coffee. The French press allows for a fuller extraction by steeping coarse grounds in hot water. Pour-over techniques emphasize control and precision, producing a clean, flavorful cup. The AeroPress offers versatility and convenience, making it a favorite among coffee enthusiasts. The world of coffee is constantly evolving, with new trends and innovations. Specialty coffee shops often feature latte art, where baristas create intricate designs with steamed milk. Coffee cupping sessions allow enthusiasts to taste and evaluate different beans. Trendy drinks like nitro cold brew, infused with nitrogen for a smooth, creamy texture, are gaining popularity. Different regions also have their own unique coffee specialties. Turkish coffee, known for its strong, unfiltered brew, is a staple in the Middle East. Italy is famous for its espresso culture, with quick, robust shots enjoyed at the bar. Vietnamese iced coffee, made with sweetened condensed milk and strong coffee, offers a delightful contrast of flavors. Whether you prefer a classic espresso, a frothy cappuccino, or a refreshing cold brew, the world of coffee offers endless possibilities to explore and enjoy. The diverse types and varieties of coffee ensure that there's something for every taste and preference. As we continue our journey through the world of coffee, let's delve into the fascinating science behind coffee brewing and how it impacts the flavors we love. As we look to the future, the coffee industry faces significant challenges, including climate change, which threatens coffee-growing regions around the world. However, there is hope. Sustainable farming practices are being adopted to protect the environment and ensure the long-term viability of coffee cultivation. Sustainable coffee farming includes techniques like shade growing, which preserves biodiversity, and the use of eco-friendly packaging. These efforts help reduce the environmental impact of coffee production while supporting the livelihoods of farmers. Innovation is also driving the coffee industry forward. New products like plant-based coffee creamers, coffee-infused snacks, and ready-to-drink cold brews are meeting the evolving tastes and preferences of consumers. These innovations keep coffee exciting and accessible to a wider audience. The future of coffee is also shaped by trends such as specialty coffee shops, where baristas experiment with new brewing methods and flavors. Coffee competitions and events showcase the skills and creativity of coffee professionals, pushing the boundaries of what coffee can be. Technology plays a crucial role in the evolution of coffee. High-tech coffee machines make it easier to brew the perfect cup at home. Coffee subscription services and virtual coffee tastings bring the coffee experience to consumers' doorsteps, allowing them to explore new flavors and regions from the comfort of their homes. Innovation and dedication to quality are ensuring that coffee remains a beloved beverage for generations to come. As the industry continues to evolve, one thing remains constant: our love for coffee. From its mythical discovery in Ethiopia to its role in shaping societies worldwide, coffee has a rich and fascinating history. It has brought people together, fueled creativity, and inspired countless innovations. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the history and future of coffee. I hope you've enjoyed learning about this incredible beverage as much as I have. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more educational content from Brights. Until next time, enjoy your coffee, and see you in the next video.